Next up, stage selection. It's time to select the fighter.
Alright, let's get it!
Open those shutters. We're ready to fight.
I'm ready for a fight when it's...
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. The combo's there. Still slugging it out here. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Good work staying in throw range there. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player 1 needs to use Getsu. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Who will gain control of the match in the early going? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Knockdown and... Player 2 always goes for the Shin Hashogeki. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Fires a blast. What a finish! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Keeps them out. Goes up a bump. Are they going to be able to come back and snatch victory from the all-in with the rush? Oh, combo! Let's go! Noticeable life link change. They are dying! Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama. Sticks out a kick. Picks up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunity. Throws them to negate the block. Blocks the low heavy. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Takes a trip. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. This is turning out to be a complete war. Ends the meter, hoping for a good kept their composure and pulled out the combo at just the right time. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? That's a counter. Who's going to start things off? Flash number. Gets carried to the corner. Hits them with a stop and block. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Going in. Medium kick. Uses the gauge for a super art. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken.
What's wrong? Get up!
You've got to be pumps the brakes on the impact. Big stage blow. Knockdown and closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Player 1 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Leading all in with the rush. Closes it out. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for us. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. That drive impact doesn't get through. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Big counter. Takes a trip. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive and a super active KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shows the medium kick. Who's going to start things off? Nails the anti-air. Backs them into the corner in a hurry. Chases them into the corner and will now look to do some damage. Awesome! Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Smart play with the throw. Still slugging it out at this range. Pokes with a medium kick. Neglects it! Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Oh, what a finish! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Who's going to steal this win? Uses their drive gauge. This Shin Hashogaki is gonna sting. What? It's a good spot to use the super. The Pale Rider's calling. Looking to put him 6 feet under with his bowling. Really good. Player one can't let the blink sit. Perfect flash double. Both sides getting ready to flatline zone. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters. Open those shutters. We're ready to fight. This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Are they trying to bait out the jump? Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Sticks the combo. Combo with the target combo. Bops him with the target combo. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Strings it all together. Perfect input, not letting up. Does a good job of pushing back. Does a good job escaping the corner. Both fighters have a both looking to impress with this super. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Really good. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Finishes them with a drive impact. Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Projectile to try and change the situation. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Player one chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Throws out the fireball to check them. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Spends the meter, hoping for a good KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Jumps up. Who's going to start things off? That drive impact is blocked. You can block impacts, but you're going to lose some drive gauge when you do. Dashes up. Goes for the fireball, which is very springs forward with the drive rush. Closes the distance. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. No chaser. Player hits him with a stopping bomb. And whips! They're wide open! Are we gonna see a comeback here? This in there! Player one brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Picks the drive reversal. Shoots off a fireball up close. The drive impact nets them a sweet punish counter. That should teach him you can't just throw out moves. Player one will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player one chases them down. Alright, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Roughing up the body. Player 1 can't use any more drive without burning out. Who will capitalize on an opening first? You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Shinku Hadouken! How do you come back from that? Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? The exchange flows. Who's going to start things off? Blast them. Throws a fireball. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Takes the shot with no chaser. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Reversal! KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here.
What's wrong? Get up!
Can they make the most of it? Oh, putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Feeling good? Player 1 is mount all in with a rush. Here comes a big combo. Oh, here we go. Links it. It is over. Player 1 really had to fight for that.
Fighting ground. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters.
All right, because you know I'm doing it.
Both sides ready to roll, and we're getting into the match.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on its own. I'm charging like a bull when it's on its own.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
This will be a good fight. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 1 chases them down. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch beats it up with a combo into well aware of the life in meters. Really good decision making. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The jump-in is denied. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Connects with medium kick. Player 2 really suffered there in the corner for a while. How can they avoid being put there this round? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. That's a counter. This is a turning point. He tries to make something happen with an overdrive on it. Are we gonna see a comeback here? One chance here may end this match. Just what they were after. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Grabs him, maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Still slugging it out here. Sticks the combo. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball in. There's a change of sides. Big things for KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Dashes up. checks with a meat, brushes that off, and keeps going. Goes forward with a gut punch. Both fighters planning something? Both goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Looking to impress with this super. Player 1 has the deck stacked against them. Can they squeeze out a win here? Links it! Are we gonna see a comeback here? What now? Somehow knew the throw was coming. Escapes the corner. Doesn't tech the throw. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Medium kick. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. Good distance for a shot. Jumps. Meet all in with a rush. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Player 2 is barely hanging on to their last bit of drive. Nice fireball. This may turn into a big chance. Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Links it. Perfect. Flash. They are done. I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Sticks the combo. Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Neither of them willing to back off here. Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 is almost dead, but some plus drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around in their favor. Life lead opens up. A quick breather. One chance here may end this match. Player 2 in there. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Can't tech the throw. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Burnout activates. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. A quick breather. Super arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Zones with the fuck. They're going for the super art. Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 1 brings it home.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Time to select a stage. The scene is set. Who's gonna be in the starring role?
Let's get it. All right, let's get it.
Our fighters have selected their characters, and they're ready for business.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Tries to get a breather with a projectile. Trying to control their opponent here from a distance. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. That's the jump in they were looking for. Their super hard gauge is running on empty. That's going to be a big perfect execution and gameplay nets our fighter a perfect round. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on.
Fight.
Goes to the overdrive. They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Pokes with a medium kick. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be their setup here? Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Sandblast. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range.
All in with the rush.
A quick breather.
Oh, links it. Perfect. Oh, putting the cherry on top.
Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. There it is. They knew it'd be enough. Player 1 comes away with the win. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Burns the drive gauge. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireballs. Throwing on even more pressure with the fireballs. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. What's the play here? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? No more drive gauge. Adds a little super juice. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now?
Sandblast hits him with a stop and bomb.
Perfect input. Not letting up. What'll happen here? Awesome. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Scrapping it out up, links it. Flash knuckle. Knockdown and checks with a sandblast. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Just go for it. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. A fireball at that range? Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Fires a blast. Who's going to steal this win? Both links it. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? This is gonna be bad news. It's back with the drive attack on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance.
Sends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it.
Good.
Player 2 has the super gauge again.
All in with the rush.
Oh, they changed sides. Checks with a sandblast. Player 2 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with the super art ready. Keeps him out. Flatlines up. Player 1 survives that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Overdrive art. Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Player 2 chases them down. Knockdown. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. Lands the forward throw. The corner pressure continues. Grants it cleanly. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. There's an overdrive arc. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Things are slow going right now, but we big opening ready to be taken advantage of after that parry. Nails the parry. Now it's their turn to press buttons. Player 2 chases them down. Super on depth for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Burnout activates. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Close range protect anti-air in the clutch. Player 1 is gonna all in with the rush. Throws off the tank and scores the win. Player 1 comes away with the win.
And 0. Need to focus.
Fighting round. 1-on-1.
Next up, stage selection. Now that we know our stage, it's time to select the character.
Let's get it. All right, let's get it. It's time to heat up.
Our fighters have chosen their characters. The battle is just seconds away. We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Deal some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Takes the chance to hurt him. Decides to meet them in the air. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. The super armor does its job. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Does a good job of pushing back. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Each hit is so important here. Picks up the win with the counter hit. Looked like they were baiting their opponent into making a mistake. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Medium kick. Medium kick hits. Super on deck for both fighters. Expect to see some fireworks. It's a good spot to use the super. It's time to go in. The Pale Rider snatches them. They're looking to end things right here. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deal? Player 1 has a blink sing. Catches them out. Catches out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. Flatlines them. Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. The combo's there. What's going to follow the combo? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Does a good job of pushing back. Gets out of the corner and creates some distance. That's some big juicy damage on that counter. Life lead opens up. Sandblast! Nails the anti-air. Frozen moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Uses the gauge for a super art. Opts for the level 1 Vulcan blast. KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Who's going to start things off? Dashes up. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Player 1 holding onto that, rushes that off and keeps going. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Player 1 has this excellent block. Looking for a chance. Blossom. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Catches them out. What's next? Fires a blast. Goes for the fireball. The projectile hits. Fantastic positioning on show during that round. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Checks with a sandblast. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Hits him with a stomping bop. Digs in deep to get that drive impact. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Player 1 is in a very good blink sing. Perfect flash knuckle. Willing to risk it for the overdrive. Fires a blast. This is the burn down. What a finish! Player 1 survived that tense mirror match. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. They exchange blows. Sticks the combo. What's going to follow the combo? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Holds out with the block. Player one may be just about done this round, but they still have a chance with a full drive gauge to tap into. Well-timed corner sweep. KO. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Burns the drive gauge. Sticks the jump in. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Awesome! Cuts in with the driving. Perfect input, not letting up. What'll happen here? You've got to be mindful of reaching. This could lead to some big damage. Too slow. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this critical art to deal the cash money damage they need. What now? Who's gonna take it? Raw super hard incoming. Has the Vulcan blast sealed the deal? They back down to yo, Raw super here. Player two is in a very good denies the jump in attempt. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Checks with a single. The drive impact doesn't work. Blocks it. Perfect input. Not letting up. They're in range. Uses their drive gauge. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Connects with the throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Player one is on the brink of disaster. Here comes the corner pressure. Dash. Great save. Flatline zone. Player one survived that tense mirror match.
Lost it. I'm load sheeting, so lost one.
Fighting ground. One-on-one.
What stage will they choose? Our stage has been decided. Next up are the characters.
Alright, let's get it. I'm do or die with this.
These two fighters are looking more than ready to lock horns.
I'm ready for a fight when it's on, it's on. I'm charging like a bull when it's on, it's on.
This is a mirror match, which means it's not just about the win, but about your pride as a player too. This is a must-win fight. All right, first round. What's going to happen? Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Drive impact is blocked, but takes a bite out of the drive gauge to apply some pressure. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. This is looking bad. What are they gonna do? Tries to keep the KO. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Projectile to try and change the situation. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. Does a good job escaping the corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. Were they baiting them into that? Flash number. It's a good spot to use the super. Racer hit. We're gonna see it rain. Player one, untouchable, impetuous, impregnable, and perfect. Player one gained a hard-fought victory there. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes to the overdrive. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What's going to follow the combo? Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? From up above, you can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Projectile to try and change the situation. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Right lead opens up. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. He'll want to keep the pressure on. Sees it coming and blocks it out. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of him. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Grabs him. That throw will do some good damage. It's a good spot to use the super. Dealing a nice chunk of damage. What a payoff. Throws him. A quick breather. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. There's the all-in with the rock. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. That amazing never say die attitude got them the win. Player 1 comes away with the win. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. That last attack took some courage. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. No chaser. Player 1 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Drive gauge gap here. Drive gauge is almost empty. They gotta be careful. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Barely blocks the jump in. What'll happen here? Jumps? The throw is denied. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Doing some quick planning? Are we gonna see it? Links it! What a finish! Player 1 is the last fighter standing.
With the CPU, was it? So I have to cut the stream. Back tomorrow for analysis. Refresher. Anyway, good night.